Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of our series Dasher Stories, presented in partnership with DoorDash. On the show, we're featuring students from around the country who are delivering food, groceries, convenience, and more to you with DoorDash. And on today's episode, we're chatting with Tom. How are you today?
Good, very good.
That's good. How's your day been so far?
Boring, not eventful.
Oh, well, hopefully it's about to get better. Before we get started, I'd love to know, how did you get into dashing and how did you begin your Dasher journey?
Yeah, so I just finished HSC and my friend was doing it and he just mentioned it to me and then I signed up and then just kept going from there.
Yeah, awesome. And whereabouts are you based and what are you studying right now?
Studying teaching. I live on the Central Coast.
Secondary or primary teaching?
Secondary, majoring in maths and physics.
And why did you decide to start dashing?
So it was the start of 2022, January 2022. And I just started dashing because I just wanted to give it a go because my friend told me it was earning pretty good money, and then I just kept going from there. Yeah, I speak to my other friends about it. They know me as like the DoorDasher out of our friend group.
That's so funny. So what do they ask you about dashing?
They don't ask me much. They're just silly questions. But they're always like, if I'm like, say I'm busy, like, while you're door dashing, and they always just make fun jokes.
And when you started dashing, what was your vehicle of choice? And is that the same vehicle you're using now?
No, so I just had my same car which I got when I first got my license, and I was using that for the first few months until that got written off. Got another car, used that for a few years, then that died. Got another one, pretty much the same, that lasted a year. And then just recently I've now upgraded to an EV, so now that's what I'm doing, dashing in an EV.
Oh, how's it like dashing in an EV?
Yeah, it's much better, like obviously economically, and it's just much more. It's a larger car as well, so it's much more spacious and just easier. When you
first started dashing, I want to know if there was something that you learned that you found really valuable.
I guess it's valuable kind of under being able to, like, the flexibility and kind of understanding my own motivation, and being able to you do use that motivation if I have it, and kind of, I guess I learnt that I did have a lot of that motivation because I was dashing a lot when I first started, so I guess I learnt that I did have that motivation, which was kind of good. I knew I was really diligent in school, but in terms of work, it was good to learn how motivated I was for that when there was like an end goal.
Did that help you then, like when you then started uni and kind of had to study on your own?
Yeah. I think in terms of work, well, I've like gained a better understanding of my overall motivation in terms of work. But it's kind of a separate case when it comes to studying.
It always is.
Yeah.
When you did start dashing, what was it like getting started? What was the process like to become a dasher? Did you find that pretty straightforward?
Yeah, it was pretty easy. I just had to do the ABN, which was fairly straightforward. I think I actually got my friend to help me with that, the one that got me onto it. He showed me how to do the ABN. Sign up for it, and then I signed up, and it was, I don't know, I think it was about probably a week. It only took a week until I was like able to actually start dashing.
Obviously you're a student, you're studying to become a teacher, and I'm sure you've got your own social life as well. So how do you balance dashing with studying and, just general life stuff? Is it flexible for you?
Yeah, it is now. When I first started, there was no balance. Essentially any free time I had, I'd be dashing for about a straight year. I didn't have a social life. It was just straight dashing. Now it's much. I use it as much more of a flexible tool. Like now and kind of the past year and a half, because I use it as like my secondary income kind of, because I have a main job. So it's kind of more of that flexible side hustle, whereas when I first started for about a year and a half, it was that it was basically my full-time thing.
And is that just because you wanted to dash?
Yeah, essentially I started dashing and I realized like it was a big jump from, I was working at Kmart, on practically minimum wage. I think it was minimum wage. It was a big jump being able to, when I first started, being able to not only work my own hours, so obviously in a week I could earn more than what I'd be able to, at a normal employment job, max 40 hours a week. But also just the pay was pretty good and I was able to learn a bunch of things so that I could like maximize how much I was making.
Yeah, I mean, well, it sounds like you worked a lot. That being said, what was the first big thing you saved up for when you started dashing?
Yeah, so about it was probably only 2-3 months in, I realized how much I could potentially make. So that's where I came to the realization I would be able to save up and get an investment property. So that's basically, I think it was probably 3, 4, maybe 5 months in, that's where I kind of set that big goal. I was like, I'm actually going to be able to save up enough to get an investment property. So I just saved up for that and then I was able to get that.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, only a year and a half after dashing.
That's awesome. I mean, good for you.
Yeah.
I don't know too many uni students that, decide like, I'm going to do this and I'm going to get an investment property. So
yeah, I was just in like during that year. So I started January 2022, got the property October 2023. That entire period was essentially dashing nonstop. I didn't do anything and I was doing pretty much every week consistently 70 plus hours.
Wow. I mean, so, I'm sure when you did get the property though, it was like this real sense of achievement.
Yeah, it's been good. So I'm very future invested.
In your dashing journey, have you discovered any good food because you've picked up an order from somewhere?
Well, I hadn't really when I first started. For the first couple of years, nothing I didn't really know existed. But actually, like recently, I've dashed around Sydney more because my girlfriend lives in Sydney, so I've been there more. And there's actually been a few places that I've picked up from, and me and my girlfriend have been to those places now as well to try them out. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. So you picked up from there, and you're like, yeah. Oh, and you told your girlfriend like, oh, I've discovered this date night spot.
Yeah,
don't worry.
Exactly.
It's earned you some brownie points.
Yeah.
So before we go on, what are these restaurants that you've been discovering? What are the cuisines? Yeah.
So most of them are actually the main one I can think of is a Mexican. Like me and my girlfriend are big like Mexican fans. There's other ones that have been like, oh, we should try there, but haven't really tried there. But to be honest, it's mainly around kind of the Mexican cuisine.
I love that. And so I wanted to know if you have any advice for others who might be interested in dashing themselves. What would you tell them?
Well, one thing, like as new people, is you've got to get onto being able to track your kilometers straight away for tax purposes, because they rack up, like, especially no matter which way you're tracking them. Like it's a lot of deductions in theory, because it adds up.
Thank you, Tom, so much for spending time with me today, and thank you to everyone who has tuned in to this episode of Dasher Stories. You can check out more episodes of our Dasher Stories series on YouTube and your favorite streaming platforms. You can learn more about becoming a Dasher on our Dash Campus Hub on our website studentedge.org, where you'll find all of our articles, videos, and more. Have a great evening, Tom. See you later.
Thanks. Bye.